as I said, that this is the third lecture of the final lecture of this series, beginning of social sciences and scientific method. We have discussed positivistic social science and interpretivist social science in the previous lectures. Today, very briefly, I would like to discuss critical social science. So, critical social science mostly composed of Marxists, Marxiologists, and leftists. So, here it has its roots in dialectical materialism, class analysis, and critical structuralism. People have unrealized potential and are misled by reification. I mean, that's a term that critical social scientists say. Commodification, exploitation, and domination. These are the three things that are there. I mean, to describe reification, through reification, they can explain, describe, and criticize various forms of systematic processes of commodification, exploitation, and domination that lead to a loss of community, that is anomie. Now, can you explain it with without moral political dimension? No, it's not possible. So let us go to the feminist social science. Feminist research is conducted by people, most of them women, who hold a feminist self-identity and consciously use a feminist perspective. It's always the effort for the feminist research or feminist social science is to give voice to women. You know, Laka used to give a Friday lecture. One such lecture, he wrote that, he wrote it in French, it means women don't exist and women are not whole. So we have sexism embedded in our assumptions, concepts, and research questions. They reject everything. The ideas of Heidegger, Foucault, Nietzsche, Jean-Paul Sartre, Wittgenstein. All these people, all the works of these people create help to create a movement that is postmodern movement. Postmodern research, postmodern social science is part of that movement, which includes art, music, literature, and cultural criticism. Postmodernism is a rejection of modernism. And what is modernism? That's important. I mean, we talk about modernism, postmodernism. We seldom talk about postmodernism. What they're rejecting, that's important. Postmodernism rejects everything that are written in this slide. All ideologies, be it any idealistic ideology or materialistic ideology, anything they reject. There is no such thing as ideology or organized belief system. Organized belief system, some of the postmodernists say organized mafia. They create mafiosi. It includes Christianity, it includes other religions also. Live in a mental state where we can think that we are living in a good world, we have a good future, but we are actually not. It's a kind of ardent, some people say, paralyzing relativism, in which there are infinite interpretations, none superior to other. So one aspect has got infinite interpretation, none superior to other. So postmodernism is not diachronic, it's synchronic. Only now and here is important. I mean, that's important. That's the pitfall, biggest pitfall of postmodernism. I am only dealing with the less known parting ways. Theories are developed and tested against models and their assumptions. That's the way economics started to work. Economics started with classical political economy. Jeremy Bentham, Reverend Thomas Malthus, David Ricardo, John Stuart Mill, they examined the ways the landed capitalist and laboring classes produced and distributed national output and modeled the efforts of population and international trade. Then, of course, capitalism and Karl Marx, Capital, Communist Manifesto, Das Kapital, History of Class Struggle, Hegelian dialectics, everything was there. Neoclassical thought, it appeared just before the Second World War. There was Depression and Reconstruction that gave rise to another form of economic tradition. Then monetarism and Chicago School, that's the laissez-faire. We have neoclassical economy, and this is the laissez-faire economy. Now let us talk about psychology. Beware of Freudian slips. Slip of tongue is the best way to understand human behavior. When you are manipulating the relevant behaviors, the relevant variables, you are experiment with the human behavior. And the other social science or other social scientists do not do that. Let us talk about history. When we are talking about, say, for example, Mughal history, they try to concentrate on unique events, not the general laws. They leave general laws to the other social sciences. The different approaches of research. First one is qualitative approach. The constructivist and interpretivist view is generally associated with qualitative approach to science. And quantitative research, it's the objectivist, positivist view is associated with the quantitative research methods. In fact, a mixed approach where both methods are used to complement each other is steadily gaining popularity these days. Now, my last topic is goals of research, universalistic and particularistic. Universalistic trend is to provide explanation that apply generally, applicable to all people or all groups of society. But particularistic research is aimed at describing or explaining a phenomenon that occurs in a specific setting or concerns of a specific group. Fundamental and applied research issue. If your goal is to gain knowledge for sake of knowing, then it's a fundamental research. Applied research, often particularistic, mostly particularistic, because it has an application in mind. It aimed at solving a problem for a specific group in a specific context. So we take the specific group in a specific context and try to solve a problem. Thank you everybody for joining to this lecture. Thank you so much everybody.